Okay, perfect, family. So we're already live here. We're shooting some content for the university, and so class is in session. So we're gonna get right to the point. You guys see the topic of today: communicating with debt collectors and them still attempting to collect, communicate with you, and maybe they're even communicating out of what you guys had exercised within you ceased and desisted it throughout the mediums of communication. So cease and desist is directly letting them know, not ceasing completely all forms, of communication and all mediums of communication, but specifying that you only want the communication not through the mail. So when we do exercise the cease and desist, which is 1692 CC, we do want to specify, because in order to get remedy, how are we going to get remedy if we completely told them to stop communicating with us? So we can't contradict ourselves and state that we want them to cease communication completely right away, 100%. We just want to specify that we wanted that through mail. So if they are still communicating with you guys, one thing I did want to bring awareness to on today's training is that there's another act. Say they're giving you guys phone calls. Let me know who in the chat box has been receiving phone call after phone call after phone call from these debt collectors. Debt collectors being these financial institutions as well too. So that's every single bank that you guys may be banking with, any corporation that is attempting to collect the debt. And we're going to break down on today's training what a debt collector is defined within the FDCPA. I'm going to break it down and specify very clearly. We also do with YBC University have children ebooks coming out, and don't get it confused that just because they're for children, that you guys as grown adults cannot learn from these children books as well too. They're all going to be cost affordable, anywhere from $15 to $25 per each ebook that we do have, but all of them will come included with YBC University. So YBC University is what we're actually shooting here right now. Let me show you guys the camera that we have going on, recording live as we're breaking down this camera. And then I got a couple different things that I want to show to you guys, to the non-believers of this movement of consumer law. It's not even really a movement. It's, just reading what is. It's not something that I created. It's not, anything that I learned from somebody else. It's things in which I went through and I read. I exercised them. I got the results. And I was like, yo, this could help the people, the masses, so that we all can clean up our consumer report. Deuteronomy 15 talks about there should be no poor people walking amongst us, but yet there's poor people and homeless people that I am empowering and enriching and helping by helping them not only be able to clean up their reports, but be able to get remedy for that as well too. So, I don't know too many people that are teaching this, for free at the rate in which we are. Whether you guys get started with the university, any of the membership levels here on YouTube, that is completely up to you guys. And at the end of the day, you guys have already received everything and more that you need throughout the public videos on YouTube to receive and get anything done. So anything extra, it's just extra, and it's things which will help propel you guys. But at the end of the day, you guys have received everything that you guys need to clean up and get the bag for consumer law when it comes to all these teachings that I've dropped here on the YouTube channel. So today I wanted to talk about, after we've gone through and cease and desisted it, things in which they're supposed to be communicating to us. And I'm going to break down a couple different subchapters. And if you guys are on the Discord, I'm going to drop a link, a PDF for a subchapter that many of you guys may not be familiar with. And that's called the TCPA. That's called the Telephone Collection Practices Act. And the Telephone Collection Practices Act actually states that per phone call that these debt collectors are calling, it's actually $500 if they continue to call after you guys have ceased mediums of communication and directly told them to only communicate with you that through mail, and they're still giving you guys a phone call. So if they're doing such, I'm going to drop in the chat box in our Discord a copy of the TCPA, and I'm going to drop it down below for everybody within the university, a link down below of the TCPA PDF subchapter book that's going to break down everything in terms of if these debt collectors are attempting to collect or communicate and collect anything that through phone calls. So I got a whole subchapter for you guys. Another thing in which they must abide by is 15 USC 1692B. And this is acquisition of location information. So it states any debt collector communicating with any person other than that consumer for the purpose of acquiring location information about the consumer shall, number one, they must identify themselves. So what they must do is they must state that he is confirming or correcting location information. So they must confirm or correct location information. How many of you guys know what location information is? A lot of people don't and are confused of it and think that that's your employment, that it's everything in the books. So I'm going to break down and specify exactly what it is defined within the FCRA, Truth in Lending, all of Title 15 as a whole. Location information means a consumer's place of abode. So notice how it doesn't say residency, because consumers don't reside in a corporation. Consumers have a place of abode, and that's where you guys are living. So it means a consumer's place of abode and his telephone number at such place, or his place of employment. So it's simply a consumer's place of abode where you guys live, your telephone number for the place of abode, or for the place of employment and where it is that you guys are employed at. So those are the only two things of location information. So it states any debt collector communicating with any person other than the consumer for the purpose of acquiring location information about the consumer shall, number one, they must identify themselves and state that he is confirming or correcting location information concerning the consumer, and only if expressly requested to identify his employer. So only if expressly requested. Number two, they must not state that such consumer owes any debt. So the fact that they're telling you already that you owe this, or that you owe whatever, if there's a balance attached to it, they're already in violation in terms of when they do and if they do communicate with you, things in which they're stating, they're already in violation. So then they must, and what I mean by identify themselves in the first part as well too, is hello, this is so-and-so corporation. We are a debt collector and we're attempting to collect an alleged debt. And they must identify the name of their corporation. So a lot of times they'll try to ask you, and get to contract you guys by getting you guys to give them your guys' personal information. And when you guys do give them your personal information, that's you guys literally recontracting with these corporations. And so you don't have to identify yourself or give them any information at all. You're the one who should be asking all questions. And that's the thing with anything in terms of law, is you're the one whom should be asking the questions. Number three states not communicate with any person more than once unless requested to do so by such person, or unless the debt collector reasonably believes that the earlier response of such person is erroneous or incomplete, and that such person now has correct or complete location information. Number four states not communicate by postcard. So postcard is anything that they're sending you guys through the mail. So right away, they're already in violation. Number five states this. Now, when they do communicate with you, not use any language or symbol. How many of you guys have received a letter from so-and-so corporation and gotten the symbol on it? That's a violation in pursuant to location information and things in which, while they are communicating with you, it should just be the name of that corporation in black and white, no symbol, nothing attached to it. It should be very simple. You guys may have seen this from many debt collectors that do abide by such, and they always state this is a debt collector and this is an attempt to collect an alleged debt. They must identify themselves before every sentence, and so they should always be stating such. And so when these cops pull you guys over and they don't state such, that's a violation in terms of 15 U.S.C. 1692B, acquisition of location information. They must right away, number one, identify himself and state that he is confirming or correcting location information. And so this is 15 U.S.C. 1692B, and this is acquisition of location information. So I did want to break this down because after we've gone through and ceased and desisted all mediums of communication other than that through mail, and a medium being as well too, that on our consumer report, that through mail, or that through email, that through phone call, social media, etc., and just specifying once again, I only want you guys to correspond, and whether that be with remedy or whether that be to confirm the deletion of this account through mail, so that I have a paper trail. You guys can mention that as well too. So we always want that paper trail, as that paper trail is what's going to help us if we do go through, arbitration, or if we do seek litigation. So something that I did want to read off to you guys today is a letter that I do, because a lot of these corporations, these financial institutions as well too, when you guys are expressing cease and desist, when you guys are expressing 1692B, a lot of times they'll state that they're exempt from the FDCPA. So for those of them that do state that they're exempt from the FDCPA, I got something for them right here. So notice to agent, you guys could all draft this up in chat GBT, and I'm literally giving you guys the blueprint. So this is going directly to the corporations. So this isn't going to Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. This is going directly to the corporations. Notice to agent is notice to principal, and notice to principal is notice to agent. To whom it may concern, this is reference to the letter sent to your company via email dated blank in that letter. It was mentioned that you violated the FDCPA. In response to that letter, your company replied that it is not governed by the FDCPA because the same is applicable to the third-party debt collector and not the creditors. I request you to stop sending me the statements and provide valid proof that you are a creditor. That proof that you should not include consumer contract because as per judgment, so we're letting them know the contract doesn't define you as being a creditor. So proof that you should not include consumer contract because as per judgment in Pacific Concrete, so this is FCU versus, I always have a trouble saying this name, but Kanua, the consumer contract is not sufficient evidence of a debt. So Kanua is spelled Kauanoe. The consumer contract is not sufficient evidence of a debt. Also provide the audit trail of this transaction originated by you. So you guys could also demand the file. That's the audit trail. And the file is also defined in the FCRA under 1681A. I am attaching here with a valid proof of you being a debt collector under the provision of the FDCPA. Thank you for your cooperation. Then we define the term debt collector. The term debt collector means any person who uses any instrumentality of interstate commerce or the mails in any business, the principal purpose of which is the collections of any debt, or who regularly collects or attempts to collect directly or indirectly debts owed or due or asserted to be owed or due to another. Notwithstanding the exclusion provided by clause F of the last sentence of this paragraph, the term included any creditor who, in the process of collecting his own debts, uses any name other than his own, which would indicate that a third party is collecting or attempting to collect such debts. A lot of times these financial institutions have umbrella companies that are debt collectors. So they'll really be selling their debts to their own corporation, but they're just called a different corporation so that that big corporation doesn't get a lawsuit hit for them. So they're selling these debts and then attempting to collect it from a whole third-party debt collector a lot of times as well too. So that's what that part was saying right there. For the purpose of the section 1692F of this title, such term also includes any person who uses any instrumentality of interstate commerce or the mails in any business, the principal purpose of which is the enforcement of security interest. The term does not include any officer or employee of the creditor while in the name of the creditor collecting debts for such creditor. B. Any person while acting as a debt collector for another person, both of whom are related by common ownership or affiliated by corporate control. If the person acting as a debt collector does so only for persons to whom it is so related or affiliated, and if the principal business of such person is not for the collections of debt. C. Any officer or employee of the United States or any state to the extent that collecting or attempting to collect any debt is the performance of this official's duty. Then we go through and just continue to find it all the way through F. what I want to bring awareness to and want everybody to go through and study in here within the university, we're going to have a link for this case under this video, but I want you all to go look into Pacific Concrete, so FCU versus Kanua, Kauanoe. I want you guys all to get familiar with case law. And that's the thing, I don't want you guys to believe anything that I'm, even teach you guys as a whole. I want you guys all to go read and do for self. That's where the true power is going to come. All I'm here to do is guide and lead you guys towards where the remedy's at, how to break down these laws, how to break down these codes. And maybe my teachings may not be the best for you, but I can direct you guys into teachings in which nobody can, teach you guys. It's in black and white. It's the law. It's what it is. It's federal cases that have been won with this information that I'm teaching. You guys see on the CFPB that people are getting hit with lawsuits for tens of hundreds of millions from exactly what it is that we're teaching here on this channel. Truth in lending, FCRA, FDCPA. Somebody wasn't being truthful while lending. The Toyota Financial got hit for $60 million for illegal lending. That's within the truth in lending. For unfair credit reporting, it literally states that within the congressional findings of the FCRA. So these teachings that we're teaching, it's not for me to just come up here and waste my time educating you guys on things and steering you guys in directions that's going to keep you guys going in circles. Because at the end of the day, the goal is to empower, enrich, and educate a billion lives. If I were to do that, we would not go anywhere as a collective. But that's why I did want to bring up and mention those that have been taking action. So just within the Discord alone, and then I also have the so last video I talked about that exact letter that I went through, how it, with one of my mentees, it removed a $2,000 collection. So I had him send me it, and I actually found it in my photos because I had gone over to his house and I was working on his report at the time. He lived in downtown Phoenix, and as I was there, I just took a picture of it, and I got the response from this corporation. So, he logged into the CFPB portal and he sent me it. But I'm going to show you guys it so that you guys all can see exactly what I was talking about with that cease and desist. And like I said, if I were here to just show you guys every one of our clients' testimonies, we'd be here all day, every day. And, if there's those that have that conception that it's too good to be true, you guys are probably just going to continue to have that mindset throughout your guys' life and continue to allow opportunities to pass you up. See, my mentor once told me that poor stands for one thing. All right, poor stands for one thing. I'm trying to think of what it was. Okay, there we go. Poor stands for one thing and one thing only. Passing over opportunities repeatedly. So if there's been an opportunity of where you've heard certain information, there's been opportunities of you to go to certain meetings, to be around certain people, to hear certain information. You see this on the internet, you see this on YouTube, you see this on whatever. A lot of people already right away have a closed mindset, and they're like, nah, I'm okay. They're passing over opportunities repeatedly. If you're not open to trying something, you could always try something, and your intuition, your consciousness will always tell you whether that is for you or whether that's not for you, and whether that's aligned with your overall mission and movement as a whole that you're looking to create for yourself, for your family, for your generations. If it doesn't align, your higher self, your intuition will tell you, you just got to get in tune with it. You got to meditate. You got to pray. Speak to a higher power. And I promise you guys, ask and you shall receive, and that's with everything. So above all else, I just wanted to show you guys a couple things here. People that have gotten results for free from my channel, not even in the mentorship, and then I'm going to just leave it off with showing you guys that one client that I had told you guys with that letter that we broke down, we were able to go ahead and get over 2,000 in collections removed. So let me show you guys here. Yeah, so my guy King Dame, you were one of the guys who wanted to see proof. I definitely got exactly what we were talking about on last live, and that was me with that letter I broke down with cease and desist, literally verbatim. And I'm gonna read it to you guys. Getting that account removed. I mentioned how he had a business, right? And how it was taking away time from his business. Y'all gonna see everything that I'm talking about in this response. But I love the feedback. I love the engagement. So this is just from within the past 45 days. Okay, so my guy said only had two hard inquiries now and two primaries at this point. The goal is to get 10 primaries in total. Game planning the next primaries I will be getting, which should shoot my score above the 800s. Appreciate all the gems. He deleted some accounts, added on some accounts, and his score went up over 62 points. Over 62 points. I'm trying to get to focus here on the camera. Okay. So, that's number one. Guys, use this letter if you got denied in a credit transaction. I got denied for a business credit card from Bank of America and sent this letter that CreditGotti provided in this video. And 2 days later, they called me and said they're going to open up the account. Bank of America denied me. Now after adverse action letter, they want to escalate the process. CreditGotti's the real deal. So went into the bank yesterday and they told me that this person is waiting for email from me. What did they say? Hasn't responded. They're prolonging this because they will have to admit that they violated my rights. Let's see. Some deletions right here. So we had some student loans deleted. This is ED Financial, educational financial loans. So some educational loans, some student loans, removed 2 of them. I wish I could make this up. Let me turn this lights off. Come on, family. I wish I could make this up. Okay, let's see. Somebody that was approved for a $6,400 card, hitting the 6 data points, reapplying for accounts. He also had his score go up over 40 points from having accounts removed. So after he got those accounts removed, he then, this is all in the Discord. That's the thing, like, I'm not here to prove anything to anybody. I'm here to empower, enrich, and educate a billion lives. My goal, my mission is way bigger than any one of you guys. And whether you guys take this information and run with it, that's completely up to any one of you guys. With or without any of you guys, I was here doing this way before y'all. With or without any of you guys, I'm going to be here doing it way after you guys as well too. You know, there's going to be those that are going to apply this, like you guys are seeing, that are getting the results, that are applying themselves, that are going out and teaching other people. And that's who I'm here for. And that's who I'm here to teach. Anybody else and everybody else that has time to question anything, I'm not here for none of that. You guys can go watch any other channel. You guys can remain in stagnancy. You guys could stay in the same position. You guys could continue doing the same things. You guys could be around the same people. You guys could listen to the same things. Me, I'm going to be growing. I'm going to be elevating. Whoever wants to come and elevate with me will come with me. And that's that. And, you know, and if things just don't align, things don't align. I'm not, you know, pushing anything on anybody. And that's what I want to make very clear. You know, I'm going to do me, you know, and I appreciate everybody that does support. And I appreciate everybody that does rock with this information and share this information, that they're liking the videos when they come up in these videos, just showing reciprocation, showing love back. And that's all that I ask of you guys, is the little things. Dropping a like, dropping a comment of things that you guys learned, you know, applying this information, going to read for yourself. I'm telling you guys to go read case law. Go read case law. Don't believe anything that I say. Go look up different case laws upon the teachings of what I'm teaching. Don't just believe the right of rescission from me. Go look up specific case laws of people that have won using the right of rescission to get a car, used 1605 so that they never put down a down payment for a vehicle. I want you guys to get familiar with these terms and learn how to find case law studies by your guys' self. And that's all that I'm here to do for you guys, is just to lead you guys in the right direction and help break down something that maybe you guys wouldn't have understood from the beginning without me and without my guidance. Another person right here up 47 points. This is right here in the Discord. 636 going on the way to 700. I gotta thank CreditGotti. Just leaped from the 400s. Somebody going from the 400s to 700s just from the channel. Don't have no types of knowledge of whom this person is. Collection accounts and addresses they use deleted off from reports. I handwritten the letters on my iPad notes. Using the laws against it, and it copied it, then pasted it with the custom made heading on Word. Boom. Got these accounts deleted. Come on, y'all. There's a method to our madness. It's been some time since my score has went up. This is my guy Cryptic. He's been plugged in. He was on the last live telling y'all like, nah, this man CreditGotti, he's a real deal. He's helped me specifically. Like I said, I don't know him, and he's somebody that's applied himself. He's not even a part of any of the membership levels. For free, all on the YouTube, all on the public channel. It's been some time since my score has went up. And what I believe has allowed us to get here is, being in a state of gratitude. So let's continue to drop things in which we're all grateful for, so that we could all continue to ascend and vibrate on higher frequencies, and let's see. It's been some time since my score has went up, but this is still proof that everything CreditGotti teaches. Boom, 430 to a 600 since November of 2023. Got an update for the fam. NCI just confirmed they closed the account and removed it for future activities. We have closed the account due to fraud. If the account was credit reported, we will request the credit bureaus to delete our trade line within the next reporting cycle. This communication is an attempt to collect a debt by a debt collector, what we were just talking about earlier. Any information obtained will be used for that purpose. So that's just a couple. Now here's the letter, the response to the letter that I was talking about on last live through the CFPB, and how we removed a $2,000 collection with exactly what I taught you guys on the last live. Let's see. Okay. Mr. Blank, I'm not going to give out my client's last name, claims any unusual time or place known or which should be known, exactly what I broke down in 1692C, should be known to be inconvenient is inconvenient, and we have caused him mental distress and interrupted the business he is operating. Like, if everything I'm not saying is not aligning, y'all could tell me otherwise. Mr. Alani's requested a cease and desist of all illegal activity, and Mr. Blank desired resolution is for a deletion of the account from the reporting agencies, as well as an updated report, or he will take legal action and hold us civilly liable for our damages. Our records reflect that on January 6th, 2023, our client, Discover Bank, placed an account with our office in the name of blank, first and last name. The balance of blank account was at a placement of $2,239.84. Like, y'all, if I were, like, come on. Like, I just sat here and I drafted this all up just so I could read to you guys, and just so I could win that Grammy that a couple of y'all were talking about on this channel. The balance of blank's account was at a placement of 2,200. The association account number ends in blank on January 9, 2023. Our office sent blank a letter, initial communication informing him that his account has been placed with our office for collection. The initial communication, so check this out. I'm gonna record this one. This is a response from one of our clients that got a $2,200 collection removed from his report. So it states that our client with Discover Bank placed an account with our office in the name of blank. The account of blank's account at a placement of $2,239.84, and the associated account number ends in blank on January 9th, 2023. Our office sent blank a letter, which was initial communication, they put in parentheses, informing him that this account had been placed with our office for collections. So we were initially communicated and informed that they placed it for collections. Initial communication included a validation notice that advised blank of his rights to dispute the debt. Our office also sent 2 additional letters to blank starting on January 9th, 2023. Our office attempted to reach Mr. Blank by phone, but our phone and letter attempts went unanswered until we received this complaint. Mr. Blank did not send our office any correspondence and did not answer any of our calling attempts to notify our office of any inconvenience inconvenient time to reach him. It is our policy that we receive a written or verbal communication from a consumer requesting a cease and desist. We immediately updated our system to remove the telephone number and document the account with a note identifying the consumer has requested our office to cease and desist all future communication. Upon receipt of this complaint, our office has noted blank's account with his request for no further contact, and our office will not be making any further attempt to reach out to blank. Additionally, as far as credit reporting and blank request for an updated copy of his consumer report, our office blank, I'm not going to list the name of the bank, does not report to any of the other credit bureaus on behalf of blank, another financial institution. Any further questions blank may have regarding credit reporting should be directed to blank's, the name of the bank, at 1-800 blank blank blank. In an effort to resolve this complaint, our office has noted that blank, in an effort to resolve this, or has noted, we will notify our client, the name of the bank, of this complaint and our corresponding response to the complaint. Our office will honor his request to cease and desist all future contact, and our office will not be attempting to contact him again. We believe we have addressed all of his concerns noted in the complaint, and we seek to fully cooperate with the CFPB in this matter. Respectfully submitted, Chief Compliance Officer of the bank that we were dealing with. So, family, this is just one of the testimonies of one of our clients that used cease and desist, which is the first step in the administrative process that I always break down here, teaching you guys with my teachings to get any and all debts removed. So first step, always send out that cease and desist. Within 2 weeks, we were able to get that $2,000 collection removed. How would that help you guys if you guys had thousands of dollars of debt removed with sending out a proper cease and desist letter? Here within YBC University, we have a cease and desist letter. Make sure you guys check it out, and make sure you guys put it in your own wording and exercise it properly. Peace and love, family. CreditGotti, he's out. Yeah, very crazy. Like an Oscar, a Grammy, whatever. You know. What's up, CreditGotti? I had the custom built car at Mercedes and got all the information and contract. When I asked, do you participate in Truth in Lending, the salesman acted as he didn't know what it was. Okay, so the main thing that has got to take place is there's got to be some type of consumer credit transaction. And I would go higher up and ask higher ups if they abide by Truth in Lending then, because they definitely do abide by Truth in Lending. If they finance any vehicles, they abide by Truth in Lending. Grateful for prosperity, health, happiness, and discernment. Litigation is the real route, or arbitration, not just litigation, arbitration. I told him I wanted my truth in lending, and now he's saying I have to sign the contract before I could get it. Okay, yeah. So in order for there to be a truth in lending disclosure, you do have to have your credit ran and have your credit ran. Not necessarily sign anything, but have your credit ran. Better to dispute with collection agencies directly to get it at the root, or CRAs when disputing accounts, or does it not matter? Better to dispute with collection agencies directly. Okay, so you want to communicate with both the you want to communicate with the debt collector as well as the CRAs as well, to the consumer reporting agencies. So like the letter that I was referring and breaking down today, and like a cease and desist, or even the other two, um, saying that they're exempt from the FDCPA, or using acquisition of location information. Those things that are within the FDCPA will go to the debt collector. And then I could also break down cease and desist within, a letter to the Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. So the same cease and desist could also go to the reporting agencies that I send to the debt collectors. Um, and then you also do want to not only be reaching out to the debt collectors, but also the creditors if you are reaching out to the debt collectors. So really all parties involved: debt collector, creditor, and the consumer reporting agencies. Yeah, so that's all that I have for you guys today. I got a lot of work to catch up on with the university, with getting these letters sent out. I'm about to hit the road to Atlanta, and then I'm going to be out in Tampa Bay this Monday. So super grateful, super blessed, super excited for what is to come. I appreciate all of the love. I appreciate all of the any feedback, for good and for bad. I appreciate you guys, questioning certain teachings, because all that it does is allow me to help the masses even more, for maybe those that did have the same questions or things that were stopping them to completely commit themselves. But at the end of the day, family, there's proof in the pudding, not just within my teachings, and not even with my teachings. I don't want you guys to look at my teachings as proof in the pudding, but case law. Go get familiar with case law. If anything you guys didn't learn from did learn from this video, I want you guys to take away to look more into case law. Stop watching all of this YouTube, at that. Don't watch anybody, including myself. Go read case law. Go submerge yourself in these books. Get familiar with, these teachings that are literally in black and white. Go to cornelllaw.edu and dissect it for weeks to come. Week in and week out, day in and day out. Go literally submerge yourself in this information. And I promise you guys will come out in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Get familiar with the definitions. Walk around with, flashcards that have the definitions on one side and the definition on the other, so that you're familiar with it. Have a Black's Law dictionary, so that if you don't understand fully the definition of one word, you go through in your Black's Law dictionary and you guys get that word defined verbatim as it is. And so, it's an over life thing, family, not an overnight thing. So be patient with yourself and understand what got you here to this position will not get you guys there. We got to continue growing. We got to continue flowing. We got to continue to elevate and raise our level of consciousness. At the end of the day, family, if it's to be, it's for us, it's for me, it's for you. So ain't nobody going to do it, for you guys. So at the end of the day, you guys got to go out and make this happen for you guys yourself. You guys got to go make this happen for you guys' family, for you guys' last name, for you guys' bloodline, for you guys' future generations. You guys got to go make this happen. Like I said, ain't nobody going to do it for y'all, so y'all got to go out and y'all got to do it. If there's one thing, I ever took away growing up, it was if I ever wanted anything, it was mine for the taking. I just had to go put in the work and go do the things that I needed to do to get the results that I was looking for. And it's as simple as that. Your guys' reality is a direct reflection of your guys' thoughts and the output of work in which you guys are putting out on a day-to-day basis. And so if you guys aren't happy with where you guys are at, if you guys are drowning in debt, if you guys are, unhealthy, if you guys are anything, that's a direct reflection of your guys' thoughts, of your day-to-day routine. What are you guys doing on a daily basis? And so it's up to you guys to fix it. It's up for you guys to change it. And if not now, family, when? If not now, when? So let's get to it, family. I got to get to this university and get this finished up so that we can be able to empower people with YBC University, which is going to be coming out here this 1/11/2024. I got, work to do. I'm probably going to be up for the next 2 days. Like I said, I'm about to hit Atlanta on Thursday, the day that we do release it. So I decided to stay back in Philly until I release it, get everything situated, figured out all the videos uploaded, everything working with the app, etc., so that you guys are all geared up for the launch of YBC University. So let's get it, family. I appreciate y'all, for tuning in, for being patient with me, and for just supporting the movement and the teachings that we do have here. If there's ever any questions, feel free to join the Discord. The link for it is in the bio. If you guys can't find it, simply text the 305 number in the description of this video, or in our bio as well too, or the thumbnail with the 305 number that is in there for all of you guys to reach out to. I appreciate you all. I look forward to building with you all, and I look forward to seeing and hearing more results and more testimonies. So if you guys do have any testimonies from the channel, make sure to drop those in the testimonial channel or chat in our Discord. If you guys aren't in the Discord, I highly advise and encourage you guys to get engaged in our Discord and ask questions within there. I'm going to be doing a lot more with you guys here in the Discord, so definitely stay patient and stay tuned for all that is to come. I appreciate you all, family. We still have a lot going on. I haven't really been plugged in as much as I'd like to, especially with this refreshed energy that I have, with entering the real new year here in March. We're finishing up the real year, getting ready for the new year, which is in March. And so I'm really in mode. My energy is very vibrant right now. So I'm excited to really allow you guys to get more of an in on all of the energy of all of the teachings and everything that we've been up to, because we got a lot of big things cooking up for you guys. Right now, though, I just got to put that energy towards the university and continue flowing and producing the things that we're producing for the university, which will be here. And I'm probably going to drop a sale as well, too, because it won't be 100% finalized. There's going to be some things we're going to be adding throughout the month. So I'm definitely going to discount it, probably half off or $75. I may even just do the half off just, for those that take action. Like I said, poor people pass over opportunities repeatedly. So this is an opportunity that I highly advise you guys don't pass over on, with getting started with the university for half off when I do release it, here in the next 2 days, the next 36 hours about. So I'm excited to release it, and I'll see you all tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern Time for our Wednesday call. Peace and love, family. Take care.